Hey loves, I'm back. Today you guys, we are going to make some pulled pork sandwiches with coleslaw on top. So I went to Kroger's and I found a pork tenderloin. These are lower calories than regular pork and a lot of different meats. These don't have as many calories as other meats. So this is what I went with. I never made pulled pork, but I think this will work. It's pork right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. I got an onion here too. I'm going to put that onion in there. I'm going to open it up and get it cleaned off and get it seasoned up. And they actually had this on sale for 20% off too. I hope it ain't nothing wrong with it. So I'm going to get this open. I'm going to clean it off. Okay, so I got it cleaned off. So what I'm going to do now is season it. And I'm going to go in with some Lorry seasoning salt. Make sure that seasoned up good, y'all. We're going to be putting it in a crock pot. Some Dash. I love this seasoning. I really like Dash. It got a good flavor. Make sure we put enough on there. Some black pepper. Gonna make me sneeze. We're gonna flip it over and do the same thing. Lorry seasoning salt. Dash. I could have sworn this stuff was called Mrs. Dash, but it just say Dash. Put some of that on there. Black pepper. Get this onion cut up. Rinse this off. I'm gonna wait till I put this in a crock pot to put that onion in. I'm gonna try to cut this in half because I want to make sure it's able to fit in the crock pot. There we go. This is my crock pot bowl. I'm going to put the meat in here. Take this, set that in there. So we're going to put some onions in there. Don't matter what size. I love my vegetables, so I be wanting chunks in there. I never made pulled pork sandwiches. I don't know if I'm supposed to put onions in there or not, but I put onions in most of the meat I cook, unless it's fried. But other than that, I put onions. If I'm baking, boiling, slow cooking anything, sauteing anything, I put onions in there and bell peppers. That was a piece we didn't need. So I'm going to put a little bit more of my Mrs. Dash on top. Then we're going to put this on. I think it's going to cook for about 4 hours in the slow cooker. Yeah, I think 4 hours would be perfect, guys. So here's the crock pot. Here's the plug. I actually got a plug on the side of this peninsula. Hope I said that right. So I'm going to plug that in. I'm going to turn this on high. I want it to cook on high, and I'm going to add some water in there. Okay, I'm just pouring water in our crock pot now. Make sure it's enough in there. I'm going to pour a little more. I want to make sure the meat is covered, guys. So we're going to just add water until we feel like it's enough. And that's enough. That's perfect. So we're going to let this cook for 4 hours. I haven't used this crock pot in so long, I don't even know where my lid went. So I'm going to just use a lid from one of my other pots. I don't feel like rambling through all that stuff under that cabinet. So hopefully this be okay. If not, I'm going to find a lid. Stay tuned. Okay, guys. So the pork tenderloin have been cooking for about 5 hours now. I was thinking that it was going to be good in 4 hours, but it wasn't. When I checked it at 4 hours, it wasn't tender enough for me, so I let it cook for an additional hour. I added me some peppers in there as well. Some yellow, red, and orange little bell peppers. I think they like the baby bell peppers. They be so good. So I added that in there. So it looked like it's cooked perfectly. It's shredding apart pretty good for me. So I'm going to get ready to drain it and get ready to put the sauce on there. And that big old piece of fat, I took that out and threw that away, y'all. So I drained it. I'm straightening it up a little bit more before I get ready to add this sauce up in there. And it's breaking apart pretty good for me, y'all. Look at that. I mean, it was just shredding, y'all. Like, I probably cooked it too much, maybe. But I don't know. I don't think so. Because when I tasted it, it was perfect. It's steaming up the camera. Look at that. Okay, so got it shredded up pretty good. So I'm going to get ready to add this sauce up in there. And I'm going to use the open pit with honey. I was trying to debate on should I use the open pit or Sweet Baby Ray's. I didn't know which one, y'all. But I just went with the open pit with honey. So I'm going to add that up in there. Mix that around some. And I didn't drain all the water off because I wanted it to be kind of moist. Sometimes pork can be dry and tough. So I didn't want that. I kind of wanted it to be kind of moist. And it was. It was perfect. So I'm going to mix that up in there. And then I'm going to get the second bottle. And I'm going to add the second bottle. So I added 2 bottles of the open pit with honey in there. And it was a good taste. I really liked it, that taste. Look how that meat just keep breaking. The second bottle of open pit, I'm going to throw that up in there. Mix that on up in there. And that's enough. That's saucy enough right there. That's perfect right there. Y'all see them onions up in there? It was so good with the onions and the bell peppers. Onions and bell pepper make meat pop to me. Like, it just adds that extra flavor, all it needs. That be it. Like, that's all you need. A little bit of seasoning and them onions and bell pepper. It'll flavor it perfect for you. So I'm going to get started on this coleslaw. I got me some shredded cabbage that got the purple cabbage in there and the carrots in there. And then I got some slaw dressing, and then I got some Hellman's mayo and a little bit of pepper. So I'm going to get this slaw out this bag. It's kind of hard working with one hand, y'all. Bear with me. I'm sorry. I was holding the camera with one hand and using my other hand to try to get this cabbage out, making a mess. Come on, we almost got it. Come on, just a little bit more. Come on, out. There we go. Okay, a little bit more. There we go. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to add the slaw dressing in there. I think it's called Marghetti. I believe that's the slaw dressing that I'm using. I'm gonna add half of the jar right now. Mix that in because sometimes with this slaw dressing, it's so thin that it can soak up that cabbage quick, and then you'll have too much slaw dressing on your coleslaw. And I don't really like the coleslaw real watery neither. I like it like at a perfect consistency. A perfect ratio with the dressing and the cabbage, not too dry and not too watery. So I'm going to mix that in real good. Then I'm going to add the rest of that jar up in there. So I used the whole jar of the slaw dressing, and I used a half a bag of the shredded cabbage. And it turned out perfect. That works good. So I'm gonna get that mixed up in there, and then I'm gonna add some Hellman's mayonnaise in here. And I added about a tablespoon and a half of this mayo in there. Because the slaw dressing is kind of watery, you know, it's really thin. So I wanted to make it kind of creamy just a little bit. So I added a little bit of the Hellman's mayo in there. Then I'm going to mix that around, get that in there good and evenly throughout that coleslaw. And then after I feel that that's been spreaded evenly, I'm going to go in with a little bit of black pepper. I didn't add no sugar or salt or anything like that. The slaw dressing is pretty good. It don't really need nothing extra, so just the pepper. I'm going to just add some pepper in here, and we'll be finished with the slaw. I'm going to put some aluminum foil on there and set it in the fridge so it can stay chilled while I prepare my sandwich. Yep, there we go, guys. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I usually only make slaw too when I'm barbecuing in the summertime. I usually don't make slaw in the winter or the spring. So this tasted real good to my taste buds. Okay, guys, so it's been simmering now for about 40 minutes with the barbecue sauce in there. I didn't put too much. Yeah, it's fogging up the screen. I didn't put too much because I wanted to add some on my sandwich once I make my sandwich. Yeah, we got the bell peppers and onions up in there. That's how I like it. So let's plate it, guys. Okay, guys, so we have our meat on here. We're going to put us some slaw on there. Put that slaw right on top of there. We're good, right? Let's try it. I was going to put some more barbecue sauce on there, but I don't think I need it. See the bell peppers up in there. Look at that. Don't that look good? Let's try it. Let's bite. I'm going to bite it for y'all. That's good, y'all. Good try some pulled pork. Thank you guys so much for cooking with me today. Like, share, subscribe, comment below, hit the notification bell so anytime I post, you'll be the first to know. Bye.